how's it going, everybody? I'm the Diginerdster, and today we'll be playing, or reading, Blossoms Bloom Brightest. A free Yuri, I think it's Yuri, visual novel that I found on Steam because the one I wanted to do won't work. Yeah, a visual novel will not work. I don't know how that happens. I mean, it's just pictures and loadings. Alright, let's begin. Click, ver, click, an ominous-looking machine sounded as a large, cover-like section of it rose high into the air. A woman with thick chestnut hair and auburn eyes slid her way off the inner platform of the machine. As she stood up, she quickly straightened her clothes. Finally, she reached out to close the hatch behind her. She blinked. There's animations. That already makes this better than most visual novels. Why are they not charging? After several minutes of waiting, 2 more of the ominous machines opened their hatches. I stopped using the robot voice because, you know what, I'm gonna go with narrator. First, a young woman with deep black hair, kinda looks purpley, and an eccentric outfit stepped out. Somehow, she seemed excited. Secondly, another woman, one with a curly blonde hair and green eyes, which defied her complexion, stepped out as well. In contrast to the prior woman, this one seemed less than happy. Yeah, she kinda looks like she wants to be anywhere else but here. The original woman took her place and stood in front of the other two. Okay, hold up. Everything else was so loud I thought I had to turn down the voices too. Alright, let's return. How do I... back? And then...
Hello, ladies.
There we go.
I'm Erica Matthews. I'll be your acting captain.
Oh, alright. Did I forget to mention that we're in space? Oh, you're not gonna read that? Okay. Welcome to the Blossom. I do hope the two of you had a good rest. That did not sound like her at all. The two who stood in front of Erica looked at each other, clearly confused. Both of them took a glance around the room. Well, she seems confused. This one seems kind of angry. Thanks, but I think there's a bit of a mix-up. I wasn't told anything about a flight. To be honest, I don't even remember how I got here. Oh. Sounds like you were abducted.
Yes.
How did I get here exactly? I wasn't told anything about this either. Regardless, please bring me home as soon as possible. I have things to do. I don't think you're going home. Erica stared at them for a moment before she gave her head a slight shake side to side. No, there were no mistakes. Oh, there was no mistake. I can't read. You two are now the crew of the spaceship Blossom. Where's Buttercup? And the other one? ID 10564, the mechanic, and ID 10356, the doctor, correct? Well, my ID is 10564, and I am a mechanic by trade. You sure don't look like one. Impossible! I never consented to this! Welcome to anime.
Yes.
Correct. Consent was never given nor requested for this mission. What kind of company are you working for, Erica? If I may be so inclined, I would like to get to know you both better. What are your names, privates? The quiet woman gritted her teeth with visible contempt, while the young, raven-haired girl still seemed to be shocked. I see, so that's how it is. Oh, are you just accepting this? I guess it's fine with me then. Really? Really? You just got abducted? For who knows what? And you're okay with this? Yay for you?
Nice to meet you. I hope we all get along.
My name is Kotoa. Nice to meet you. I hope we get along. I'm just gonna call her Kot, or Ha. What? How can you be so easily accept... Oh, wait, what? I got lost. What? How can you so easily accept this woman's explanation? We don't even know who she is. Do you even realize the gravity of this situation? Do you? I relate to the quiet woman a lot more. The energetic young woman named Kotoha turned to her supposed comrade. Sure I do. No point in dwelling on it, though, right? Now I have all the time in the world to catch up on my anime and video game backlog. How can that be a bad thing? Way to look at the positives.
What the hell?
I like her. Tch, yet you seemed so reluctant only moments ago.
Nuh-uh.
Nah, I was just confused. Hey, come on, tell us your name too. Not a chance, Captain. Please, bring me home as quickly as possible. I apologize, that isn't possible. As Kotoha said, why don't you introduce yourself for now? Being prickly certainly won't be beneficial to any of us. You have to be kidding me. The captain's right. At best, you'll just make us cranky too. It's harmless to share your name, isn't it? Oh, or is it this like an anime and you'll be drop dead? What? And you'll drop dead if you tell us. Are you referring to Death Note? I don't even know what that anime thing is. No, there's simply no point in telling you if I'm going home. I didn't read that right. Or with the right expressions, but whatever. With a glint of pity in her eyes, Erica placed a stern gaze on the distressed woman.
No.
Ma'am, that won't be possible. Please, I ask that you cooperate with us for the time being. ...
My name is Sarah.
I thought there was an H at the end, but okay. I pray that this ends quickly. I have a wedding to plan, you know. But this is Yuri. You won't be getting married. For a split second, Erica's eyes drift to the cold steel floor. No, they just look like they widened, like, oh shit, I made a mistake. Ooh, nice to meet you. Send me an invite, okay? Sarah twisted her head around in surprise. I don't even know you! Congratulations, that's wonderful. I'm sorry, but you're not going to be seeing your husband or bride anytime soon.
Thank you.
I suppose.
I appreciate it.
Now, why don't we get out of here? The dim lighting may give us all headaches if we linger too long. Come, I'll give you a tour of the ship. This is the second hallway. You won't come down here much. To the right is the engine room.
Huh?
Why didn't we skip a hall? Didn't we oh. Hey, didn't we skip a hall?
Yes.
Don't worry, we'll go back to that. I mean it. This is the main hallway. Those doors at the end will bring you to the command center. The one next to it is the lounge. The one closest to us is the kitchen and the dining area. You'll spend a lot of your time here. Most likely, this is the third hallway. All the bedrooms are located here, as well as the laundry room at the end of the hall, and the infirmary is located in that door on the right wall. Why don't you two take a minute to claim your bedrooms? Erica walked over to the nearby terminal on the wall and typed something on the keyboard. Moments later, the terminals in front of each of the unoccupied bedrooms lit up. Here. All you have to do now is enter the password on the terminal in front of your room you'd like to claim. Just don't forget it, okay? Okay, sounds fun. Kotoha ran off towards the farthest door. Sarah remained glued to the spot with a disapproving look on her face.
Yes.
You too. I'm giving you both a head start. I'll pick last. Huh. Despite her apparent frustration, Sarah nonetheless walked towards the door closest to the infirmary. Lastly, Erica headed towards a bedroom of her own with a smile on her face. Erica stood in front of a large computer. With the press of a button, an audio symbol appeared on the display screen of the gadget. Can you two hear me? I'm going to assume so. Can you please come to Command Center in 5 or so minutes? Thank you.
Thank you.
Good, you're here. Thank you for coming.
What's up?
What do you need, Cap? Sarah gave Kotoha a quick, disdainful glare before she returned her attention to the supposed superior. I'd just like to give you both a quick overview of the Command Center's control stations. In the case of an emergency, or even routine checks, I'll likely need your guys' help. She first pointed towards the right side of the room. I believe Kotoha, you'd be best fit for this station. It's quite technical and requires a bit of upper body strength for manual controls. As a mechanic, I'm sure you have at least some experience with computers. Am I correct? You bet your sweet bottom! Or booty. I love computers. There are so many awesome MMOs to play, you know? I don't play MMOs.
What?
You're an odd child. Whatever your generation grew up on, I'm not sure that I like it. It's no different than what we're growing up with. It's no different than modern day. I mean, you're kind of in space, so that's the only difference I see.
Sarah!
Child? Hey, I'll be 20 in no time. ... Odd. I presumed you'd be more like 16. I was wondering why they kidnapped a minor. I'm sensitive about my young-lookingness. Okay. The captain tried her hardest to hold back her laughter. Thankfully, she was successful, though her jaw grew sore. Ahem. I'll assume that this arrangement is fine. Now, on the left. Next, she raised her other arm and pointed to the left side of the room. Sarah, you'll be stationed here. It should be relatively easy for you to operate without further instructions.
Yes.
Fine. I'll go along with this for now, but you know I have no clue what I'm supposed to be doing here. Oh, I don't know. Alright, you'll monitor the vitals of the ship. Any errors in the system or damage to the ship will cause a warning to pop up on the screen. You can also open and close the safety partitions from there. While I'm at it, I may as well clarify for you too, Kotoha. You can manually steer the ship, adjust the power and speed outputs, things like that. Sounds easy peasy to me. Good. Let me guess. In your case, Captain, you'll just sit on your ass on that fancy chair up there and not do a single thing, huh? That's incorrect. On the contrary, my role is to utilize the main systems. I set the points of navigation and control the exterior tools. Like the weapons and the excavation tools. Wait, excavation tools? Why do we need those? You're not asking why we need weapons? This is a state-of-the-art spaceship. It's equipped for a variety of situations, especially those we wouldn't normally account for.
What?
If you say so. Ah, come on, Sarah, don't be a spoil sport. We can go dig for fossils on different planets. Maybe we'll even find signs of life. I can't tell if I'm trying to be high-pitched or nerdy. I bet your fiancé would love you even more if you brought him home an alien fossil. That's ridiculous. He's an adult.
What the heck?
Don't tell me he's Don't tell me he's as boring as you are. I'm not boring you. Okay, ladies, that's enough. Let's try to get along, alright? We are in this for the long haul. You're free to spend your time however you like for the rest of the night. Why don't you go cool your heads off in your rooms? Ah, man, it feels like I was scolded. That's because you were.
Yeah.
At least it wasn't just me. The young woman quickly shrugged her shoulders before sprinting out of the door and giving Erica a wave goodbye. I hope we can all get along someday soon. Yeah, right. Sarah followed Kotoha's lead and left the room. Sigh. This isn't what I signed up for. What were they thinking? They were thinking they wanted some Yuri on tape. Those two Sure tired me out. I'm gonna sleep early. Alone in a room, Erina picked up an advanced-looking PDA and gazed at its screen. Let's see. They're asking for a status report, alright. Her fingers vigorously tapped at the device's keypad. Moments after she stopped, the screen lit up. As always, I can depend on them to give me the best course of action. ... Or no, I should stop overthinking that. I should stop overthinking it. I'm sorry, my nose is congested right now. She set the device down and proceeded to get dressed. Erika reached out a closed fist and tapped on the door in front of her. Kotowa's room was located inside. Nearly instantaneously, the electronic door opened. I'm guessing this is the only clothes she packed.
What's going on?
Oh, hi Captain. What you need?
Hey.
Hello, Kotoha. I apologize for the abruptness. However, I was wondering if you'd mind spending the day together. We still don't know each other very well, and I'd like to remedy that. With her cheeks slightly reddened, Kotoha bashfully flung an arm downwards. Of course I'd love that. Give me a minute, okay? Could you at least try not to be obvious with your Yuri-ness? You know? Try to keep it in the pants for a bit. Or the skirt. After Erika nodded at her, she disappeared back inside her room. Let's go! Man, I'm so hungry. You had good timing. Indeed. Why don't you take a seat for now? I'll whip us up something. I am a good cook, I promise. This is a big mess hall for just the three of us. Oh. This must be an even bigger ship.
It's all on you.
You won't hear me complaining. I bet you are. You look super mature. Definitely the type who can cook a banging home meal. I don't know why I read that sarcastically, but it's just her eyes. It's just like, bitch, please.
You have my gratitude.
Thank you. I was totally right. That was so delicious, Captain. Well, that was fast. I'm glad to hear it. You know, it's just the three of us on here. There's no need to be so formal. Kotoha shrugged. I guess not, but to be honest, I just sorta like calling you that. It definitely suits you. Oh, you've discerned that after less than 24 hours together? It definitely. Everything about you screams authority figure. The way you dress, talk, and even walk. Surprised at her colleague's words, Erika blushed, bashfully averting her eyes. Oh, and bashfully averted her eyes. It's so weird seeing a mature woman blush. It's so cute. Oh, I hadn't realized. They never do. What next? Let's head to the lounge. We can watch something together. Nice! Let's watch an anime then! Anime? Those Japanese cartoons? Well, alright.
I'm lost.
I must say, I wasn't expecting that. I never seen such a gaudy show. Underwear shots and underage girls, sexual harassment in the form of breast groping. This should be a PR nightmare. She's right, you know. Lighten up. It's totally fine. Lots of people like this stuff. Is that so? Definitely. Well, maybe ecchi just isn't the right genre for you. Let's try mecha.
What?
Why don't we take a break from shows for a bit? We can just talk. She should try drama or like an action adventure. I don't know, start with something easy like Dragon Ball. Kai. Not that Z stuff. Not the filler on filler on filler.
What's wrong?
Okay. Kotowa pouted and dramatically pushed her two index fingers together. We don't have to if you prefer not to. In contrast to her earlier performance, Kotowa jerked herself back into a more joyous-looking position. Oh, sorry, force of habit. Nope, that sounds fun too. Alright. Erika made sure she properly faced her companion before she spoke again. Oh crap. Decisions? I don't know. Other likes? Dislikes? Well, we know she likes anime and video games. We don't really know what she doesn't like anymore, right now. Because, like, she's been okay with all of this. The abduction, the waking up on a spaceship, being told that she suddenly has a job that doesn't really pay her. Let's ask what she doesn't like. What sort of things don't you like? I don't dislike anything, really. I'm willing to try anything at least once.
What?
You must have something... I know I do. Oh, you must have something. I know I do. Oh, what do you dislike then? Well, I certainly don't like that anime from earlier. Captain, I'm sorry, but that's kind of lame. Tell me something I don't already know. I can't think of anything. Kotoha sighed and planted a palm against her face. Hey, never mind. Let's go play a video game in my room. If you haven't played one before, I'll teach you. Erika, unwilling to worsen the situation, simply nodded her head and quietly followed behind her subordinate. May I ask where you got all this gaming equipment?
Nice one.
I don't know. I just sort of found it in the luggage container yesterday. Took it because I figured no one else would use it. Funny story, when I plugged it in, it had my old saves. Someone must have packed it for me. I see. I guess they aren't completely heartless. Who? No one. Sorry, I was just mumbling. Our superiors, probably. Unless this is some sort of simulation or something. Oh, okay. Wow, you are such an airhead. If I get an option, I'm going for the other girl. With a flick of her finger, Kotoha turned one of the consoles on. She picked up 2 controllers and handed one to Erika. ... Hey, no need to be so tense. It's easy once you get the hang of it. Hehe, I'll play through the first chapter. You can just watch until you're comfortable trying it yourself. But the first level is always easy. You should let her do it.
Indeed.
Alright. Dang, you really got into that, didn't you? I've never seen anyone mash the controller so vigorously. I was almost turned on. What? It was a joke! Oh. Yes, that game was very fun. Oh, I forgot which girl was talking. I wish they'd give the names different fonts so that I'd recognize it easier. Or not different fonts, different colors. Yes, that game was very fun. I'd like to play it again sometime. Sure, no problem. You can come play anytime. Well, as long as I'm awake anyway.
Thank you.
Thanks for reading that for me. Then I'd best be on my way. Good night, Kotoha. Wait, here, take this with you. She handed her captain a small pile of DVDs. These are some of my favorite animes. There's bound to be at least one you'll like, promise. Thanks again, I'm sure you're right. Mission accomplished flawlessly. Now, the real issue is the other one. Will we be able to get along? I'm not so sure. She turned her gaze to the pile of DVDs she'd been given earlier. A smile curled onto her lips and a certain warmth filled her chest. I see, yes. What I did went beyond what was required. In that case, I think I really did spend time with her. I'm a little apprehensive about this, but there are the orders I was given. Not only that, as captain of the ship, I must take responsibility for my crew. Erika heaved a heavy sigh. Let's get this over with then. She quickly pulled on her clothes before she took a final sigh and stepped out the door. The captain firmly knocked on Sarah's door and silently waited for a response. ... So it's you. What do you need? Are you taking me home yet?
What's the situation?
No, rather I was hoping we could spend the day together. To get to know each other.
Indeed.
Oh, you're still up to that. It might have worked on the little girl, but I won't fall for your tricks so easily. Ah, So you didn't know that Kotowa and I spent yesterday together? Good, that saves me time. That said, I'm not sure what you mean. There is no trick, it is simply important for a captain to familiarize herself with her crew or the ship's crew. Wouldn't you agree? Pretty it up however you like, it makes no difference to me. So you say, however, I beg that you reconsider. I had to read that whole thing before I could... English. You have nothing to lose and everything to gain from cooperating with me. The blonde woman sighed and crankily waved a hand around in the air.
Yes.
Fine. Have it your way. In the end, it makes no difference.
My thanks.
Thank you, Sarah. I'm sure you'd like to freshen up a bit before we go. I'll wait here. Take your time. Sure. Let's go. Why don't you take a seat and relax? I can... No, it's all right. I would prefer to cook for myself. I'll join you in the kitchen. Okay. As I thought, this won't be easy. You're quite the cook. Of course I have to be. My fiancé can't cook. We'd be doomed if both of us were helpless. We'd be doomed. I don't know why I said doom. Frickin' nose is... Nah. For a quick moment, Erica cringed. So that's how it is. Very sensible of you. I would have thought it was a natural talent. Your movements all seemed very purposeful. No, practice makes perfect, and it's simply easy to follow directions. Instructions. Yes, that makes sense. Sigh. So what now? I'd rather not just stand here awkwardly for any longer. Why don't we go to the lounge for a bit, then? This allergies are throwing me off, man. No, that's just an excuse. I always have trouble with these visual novels.
Indeed.
Alright.
What are you up to?
What sort of shows do you like? Or perhaps you'd rather watch a movie? Before Sarah could answer, Kotowa bounded into the room. She looks like she saw a ghost.
Heya.
Oh, hey guys. What you doing? Gonna watch something? That's right. Alright then, I'll leave you alone. I was just gonna hook up another console here. Sorry for the interruption.
Thank you.
No, it's nothing to apologize about. Thank you for being so considerate. Have fun. Oh, considerate. Confederate. I don't know what I said. She nodded, then pranced back out the door.
What?
How could she stay so positive in this situation? You seem pretty okay with this too, actually. Yes, it's part of the job, Kotoha. I don't know. I believe that's just how she is. It would be wonderful if there were more people like her. Oh, you mean to replace people like me? I didn't say that. Yeah, right. You didn't seem to show us beforehand. I bet you weren't told anything about us before we were forced onto the ship. Oh, you didn't seem to know us. Why did I say show? In the back of your mind, I bet you're wishing they would have chosen someone else in my place, whoever they are. That's right? That's not true? I don't know. What are her credentials? How qualified is she for this job? That's not true. Every person has their own merit. Your personality may be different from Kotoha and mine, but that doesn't mean you're any less valuable than either of us. In fact, I did some research 2 days ago. Your records say you're an excellent doctor, with a spotless record, not a single mishap. Very impressive.
Indeed.
Now you're just avoiding saying that I have a bad personality, aren't you? ... It's certainly different. I must admit that I'm having a bit of difficulty acclimating to your behavior, but... So you would admit it! God, it's unbearable how you try to avoid saying what you're thinking. I bet you're always like this too. Always trying to make things seem better than they really are, just to skew our opinions of you. But I know your type. You're just plain manipulative.
It can't be.
I apologize. It wasn't my intention to give you such an impression. Well, of course not. It's detrimental to you if I am aware of your tricks. That isn't what I meant. I'm not trying to manipulate anyone, really. Believe what you want. Maybe you really aren't conscious of it. Still, I have no reason to think otherwise. Look, Sarah. I'm heading back to my room. This is a complete waste of time. If you want to mess with someone's head, go play around with that kid. I bet she'd love it even. Oh, I bet she'd love it I bet she'd love that even. Yeah, I'm quite sure if you asked her to
What were you thinking?
Stop! That's enough! Say what you like about me, but don't involve Kotowa in this. You're taking this much too far. Without another word, Sarah walked out the door. Erika collapsed onto a chair behind her and rubbed her forehead with frustration. What am I even doing? Even if I was the best choice by their calculations, I'm not sure that I'm properly suited for this sort of thing. This won't get easier, will it? This is frustrating. I should go try to smooth things over with Sarah, but my legs just won't obey me. I'll try again later. Maybe a nap will help clear my head. I still can't bring myself to see her. Is this disgust? Hatred? I'm not sure. Well, it doesn't matter. I'll figure it out tomorrow. Erika looked at the screen on the phone-like device that was in her hands. Oh, well, I should stop here, because that takes care of introductions and all that, right? It's been half an hour. Crap, I don't know, Yeah, we're on the morning, alright. So I'm gonna leave this here, leave a like if you enjoyed, subscribe if you want to see more, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye-bye!